Hey guys, welcome back. Playing Streets of Rogue again. And let's see. As you can see, camera in a way less annoying place, hopefully. Yeah, I was in the middle of recording a bunch of videos and I just didn't even consider the fact that moving the camera around in between different games was going to be important to make the videos like at all enjoyable. I mean, that's a little too hard, I guess, but you know, I realized it was dumb after I did it. So today, we're going for a win. It's pretty much that simple. And I think that the character to do it is thinking maybe the doctor. Let's cannibal it. Feast on corpses to gain health. You know what? I think that a big one is a big problem that I have is probably the I regularly get myself into situations where I just lose a tremendous amount of HP. Are people like automatically scared of me or something? It doesn't seem so. Where I lose a bunch of HP and then I don't really have a way to regain it. So why not play a character that is extremely aggressive inherently, but ensure that I have a way. Dang, there's a lot of people here. Ensure that I have a way to get health back. Okay. So we just need to get to this generator. This guy is doing the craziest laps I've ever seen. He's going for Employee of the Month. Okay, you and I are going to not be friends. You know, I didn't really. You know, that was calculated, by the way. That was calculated. I needed a way out. I know I have HP to get back. Ooh, not only... Okay, that's interesting. Not only do bodies heal him, only bodies heal him. Which is certainly a more precarious situation, but nothing to be too concerned about. Target acquired. I will eat you. Thank you very much. Okay, I do... Look, I'm not going to be, like, the most proud. Is the only way I can win is if I use this just truly horrifying concept of a human being that my brain refuses to accept the fact that they actually exist. Yeah, you know, I understand that I'm not allowed in here. I thought the destroy was over the dude's head and the retrieve. Okay. Yeah, sure. You would like to make an enemy of me, I will make a deal with you. It's pretty much that simple. That is the motto. Go away. I would also say go away to somebody who is consuming my roommate. Okay. Yeah, this video is going up late. Come on. I'll just eat you twice. You can't. It destroys the body. Yeah, had a rough night last night for reasons that I won't go into too much detail, just so I don't kill the mood. But yeah, I'm feeling better now. So, how long does resurrection last? I would like to eat him. Don't mind. I was trying to eat him before this became an issue. Okay. Yeah, but it's not nothing to worry about. You made me destroy my meal. I'm stuffed. Ooh, okay, I love that. Seems pretty much fine to me. I'm moving quickly enough to get through that floor in a reasonable amount of time. That. 1 second, I just need to make sure my phone is turned off. Sorry about that. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but I forgot to mute my phone. And my friend decided to text me pizza 3 times all at once for no reason at all. Yeah, I think lunging is probably good for this guy. It seemed like that was a problem that I noticed like pretty much instantly when I smacked that one guy, sent him 20 feet away, and he started popping off with his pistol. This floor we have to eat a gangster, a crepe. So we got that guy, and no, that's a drug dealer. I always mix this up. Too much blue. We'll get to some of the missions before we concern ourselves with that. As of right now, we have enough health that we couldn't even eat somebody if we wanted to. So I thought he was telling me to get out of here before I even got in. Hello, sir. I cannot get out of here, unfortunately. I was hoping that would do more damage. Okay. yeah, I mean, I'm not too concerned about the situation as it stands. But, yeah, so we'll just keep going here. Today is, I'm recording it the day the video goes out, so it's Thursday the 20th. No, 18th. 18th, because tomorrow's 18th. Yeah, and can't quite tell you guys how excited I am about The Last of Us 2 dropping tonight. So a little bit background, at least in terms of my experience. I heard about the leaks. I didn't see the leaks myself. I wanted to avoid them because, you know, it's just, like, I don't even watch trailers, so I don't really want to hear about somebody's opinion of a unfinished game script that leaked, or whatever it was. And so I kind of avoided that to the best of my abilities. I did not expect this door just to be open. Yeah, so I've avoided it as much as I can. And, like, I understand that Naughty Dog recently has, and maybe even before recently, but they've been coming under fire a lot for treatment of their employees. And it's horrible. You know, I mean, I don't really understand why it's even, like, I'm assuming whatever company kind of, like, lords over them, like, or I guess maybe Naughty Dog themselves have set these own unrealistic expectations to release a game in a certain amount of time. I mean, it's been, what, 6 years? I guess they've released an Uncharted game or two since then, but still, it seems like a long time. Yeah, so they enforce these insane restrictions and dates that they're not really ready for, so they have to end up making their employees work, like, 30 hours more than they have to a week, which it's insane. But also, I mean, now we're at the point where, and this is, I don't know if this is a horrible, dumb, controversial take, but I mean, at this point, we're at the point where these people, for better or for worse, have been forced to make this game and dump, like, all of their time into it for the past months. And I'm only doing one damage, so it seems weird. The game's coming out either way, so I feel like boycotting the game would be a bad idea. Like, I have a feeling the game's gonna be good. Oh, are you kidding me? And I know people have been talking about how the leaks are, I don't know what it was, but people apparently didn't like them. But really, dude, the first Last of Us game is so incredible. Like, if you haven't played it, like, the gameplay is just masterful, but, like, above all, it has one of the strongest, like, finishes and most emotionally complex endings to a game I've ever seen in my life. And it's something that really sticks with you for pretty much forever. I need to find a crepe. And, like, I would be surprised if they dropped the ball on it. Could they have? 100%. Like, the restrictions are obviously insane. I mean, the batting average for Naughty Dog alone really makes me feel like they probably delivered a solid game nonetheless. It's going to be beautiful at the very least. But, I mean, again, at the end of the day, the most important thing for me is that the game's coming out either way, and I'd like to formulate my own opinion on it, instead of being told what to think by geeks and people who haven't played the game yet. Officially. Okay, don't mind me. I am handling this. Oh, okay. There's, like, an explosion outside my house. Somebody was setting off fireworks last night at, like, 10. No, midnight, actually. It was, like, midnight. Okay, we're in a tough spot here because I have 2 HP, but the only way I can heal is by killing somebody and looting them. So, what am I gonna do here? I think definitely we hit this, grab the axe. We are gonna need something to protect us. If anybody hits us once, we're probably dead. They're gonna hate this. What are your guys' health looking like? Man, I have not seen a crave in a minute. Yeah, so that's my opinion. I'd love to actually hear what you guys think about it, because I think it's a pretty... Oh my god, yeah, that was just dumb. I thought my health was higher. We're gonna hop right back in. This is the one where we win, I promise that. And, I mean, if we lose this run, then I am a liar. But, you know, I've lied before. I've told you guys that I was going to get a win eventually, and, you know, that's starting to seem more or less like a lie. Yeah, I think it's an interesting issue, and, like, people are definitely going to come at it from all different angles and have different opinions, and But so far, the game is getting just insane reviews, which, I mean, it's always hard to trust, like, within the game industry. I feel like whenever a game like this comes out, people are gonna love it, especially, like, the game industry, like, I don't know, IGN, that kind of stuff. They normally just jump right on top of these kind of, like, big, like, 6-year projects. I mean, yeah, obviously, the big recent example would be Red Dead Redemption 2, and I think largely the average person said that was one of the best games ever made, and honestly, I can agree. I did not beat it, but you just can't deny that the game is pretty much incredible. The only problem is that even at the end of the day, the games aren't going to be for everyone. Okay, you can drink beer, that's good. We're definitely going to keep that in mind. Eat a hacker. Gosh, it's like I'm at a buffet. I'll pick you. You are the hacker I will eat. Yeah. I lost my train of thought right there, if you can't tell. But, I don't know. I'm excited for it either way. I'm going to play it. I don't know if I'm going to stream it, because I was going to stream it on PlayStation, but I really don't like the PlayStation streams, because even though I have, like, a camera, like, you can't... Not only can you not control where the camera is on the stream, you can control the size. You can do that. Yeah, let's do this. But you can't, like, the camera appears on your screen in the middle of the game, which I literally don't even understand, like, what about that makes them think that's a good idea. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't need to stare at my own face while I play this video game. Like, I mean, I think it's good for people watching, but it's so stupid for anybody else. This is going to be louder than I'd hoped. At least now we have a long-range weapon to deal with these guys. If things get out of hand. Okay. Get back up to full health. And then up here we have this thing to hit. Yeah, so definitely, if you guys, let me know what you guys are thinking about the game. Or if you're watching this video after the game has come out, which many people, or the majority of people probably will, because, I mean, I'm uploading this late because I'm bad. Let me know what you think of the game so far. I can't wait. I'll be up at midnight playing it either way. Leaning towards not streaming it just because, yeah, the PlayStation stream feature is accessible to the highest degree, but also just, there's dumb stuff that I feel like they could do that they just don't, they decide not to do. Like, I don't understand it. You know, I'm going to hope you have the key. You do not. I am stuffed. Okay, then, I mean, it's probably you. Hello there, ma'am. You did not. It's, of course, the last one I pick. You were just chilling in the chair, rocking that key. The exit. Sure you don't want to go out the entrance? I mean, actually, no, it's not even that closer. Not that much closer. It's almost inconvenient. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's like the first really big release that I've been excited to since, like, movies have started or stopped coming out because theaters have closed down and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's hard to, during this time, it's just hard to, like, have any, like, big, cool releases. And now we're at the point where literally probably the most anticipated game of this entire console generation, at least in my, I guess I'll say that for me. There are other choices for sure, but without a doubt, like, this is the game I've been waiting to ever since I've played the first game. It's truly gonna be, if you like it, if you hate it, it's gonna be pretty insane. I was really not expecting that. Okay, do I need the key? I don't think I care for the key. Yeah, it's just a gorilla, which, you know, I mean, he's trapped in his own personal purgatory, but until I get that mission, you gotta play the part, you know? I don't think the cannibal would really care. Okay, we need to eat a okay, we're going back. There should be at least a scientist corpse over here. Invisible, possibly. You're gonna hate this. Maybe it's hard. Alright. You should have just act like you didn't hear the noises like I did last night when fireworks started coming out of my next door neighbor's house at midnight. Eyes up here. Let's grab all this stuff. Invisibility syringe is pretty good, actually. What's this donation? What do we gotta do? Okay, came to make a donation? I did not. What else have I been up to? Yesterday we recorded another episode of the podcast, and it was kind of it was a big transitionary episode, essentially, where we've decided to go in a more structured direction. Where, I mean, we've always done like main topic, random stuff, then like recommendations at the end, but now we just decided to give a more structured idea. We're just going to start doing topical tier lists or top 5 kind of things, where we'll like base them, like next week, for example, we're going to do top 5 fathers in movies, not necessarily top 5 like Father's Day movies, or top 5 movies with the father basis. We're just going to do the top 5 father figures. Okay, that's incredible. Table manners, yeah. Keep your elbows off the table and they won't care if you consume their friend. Yeah, we're looking forward to that. Today, or yesterday, we actually did top 5 childhood video games, which is an interesting topic to me because I'm 20, and so I was kind of torn as to what exactly a childhood game means to me. Because when I think childhood game, I think of something that like I spent like my tens years playing for the most part. Do you not like me for a particular reason? It's probably whatever the floor is. You and I can stay off here. I'll be able to eat you and nobody will care, except I'm trespassing. Yeah, so I was kind of torn, but for the most part, I kind of just, it almost ended up being my top 5 favorite list game, because I did make the cutoff point 18. I thought was a reasonable, at least the society, legal, okay, this dude's got incredible range on me. The society, legal kind of accepted status for when the childhood, I mean teenage, it's interesting. My number 5 was Halo 3, and if you grew up playing Halo 3, then I don't even have to explain this one to you. It was just like the ultimate game to either play online or have some friends come over and you just do like custom games and do all sorts of wild and insane like game modes, and it was like basically the earliest game that really like tested my like skill. Not, I mean, almost more, but like in a competitive factor, versus like my neighbors and my friends that I would hang out with, that kind of stuff. And literally just some of my most like fond video game related memories are deeply associated with that game. And if we were talking about literally, yeah, if the quality or if the qualifiers were just like best, oh my god, I don't even know what's going on right now. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pop this. Okay, people can still hit me. I don't care. Nobody's innocent when you're the super villain. Yeah, qualifier was literally like best like memories, like specific memories relating to a game. I think that would win. I just have all sorts of. Okay, I don't have that. All sorts of just fun memories with people coming over, staying up till like 4 a.m. on like summer nights. Oh no. Are you a worker? No, you're some girl. Okay. You're a worker. Snack and get out of here. Big quest me. No. You're not allowed to do this to me. There you go. I did not want to risk it. We're not dying right there. I like on grids. I like that. Yeah, and then I think I can't remember off the top of my head, which, I mean, I had the list written down. Yeah, because I know one of them was Super Smash Bros. Brawl, and that's, if you are a Super Smash Bros. Diehard fan, I understand that's a controversial pick, but I still think whether, like, I don't know, like, people, I am not that tapped into the genre, even though I play, like, all the games and whatever. This is a risky move. But I still, like, understand, like, what is it? I think there was, like, a slipping mechanic in that game that people, like, could not live with. Let's just do that real quick. Don't look outside. That's what drove people insane a lot of the time. Or I know there's other stuff, and it's definitely, it's not the perfect Smash Bros. Experience, but without a doubt, one of my favorite, like, campaigns of all time exists in that game. And I don't know how controversial of an opinion that is, honestly. Especially, like, compared to the fact that people don't like the regular game. You know, I'm not sure if liking that is a unique opinion. But, oh, the buttons. Are you kidding me? Confused? Up here? We're not getting this, if you guys are wondering. There's no way. Honestly, I'm a little nervous about the whole survival aspect, too. Mission failed. That's fine. Get me out of here. Yeah, and I don't have a problem with that. I'd say, like, my favorite game is probably the Smash Bros. Ultimate, but that is something I would consider not to be a childhood game. But even then, I mean, you got the campaign that just can't be beat. It's incredible. And then there's one more that is just slipping my mind to the extreme. But at that point, we hit where it's just my top 2 favorite games of all time, which were Dishonored is my second favorite game of all time. I'll be the first to admit, I don't know why the second game didn't really resonate with me. It was one of my most anticipated games ever because it's the sequel to my second favorite game of all time. But it just didn't really connect with me like the first one did. And I'm probably gonna go back and finish it eventually because I really did not get that far in it. Eat a goon. But yeah, that first game, the stealth mechanics, the story, the style is so interesting and unique. I don't know, all the different power-ups that you can get. It just was an absolute blast. And yeah, and of course my number 1 favorite game of all time is The Binding of Isaac. Pretty much no hiding that. I have just an absurd amount of hours in that game. Wait, you're a goon. I need you to die right now. Come around the corner. Okay, don't burn the corpse too much. I don't like them extra crispy. Sweet. Why did I get 4 health there? Oh, I made a mistake. I thought you guys were attacking me. Do I get more health if they're burnt? That's a truly horrific concept. Okay, we'll be able to get out of here. Move on to the next floor. Reasonably, I mean, this video might be long. I don't really care. I mean, whatever video I win is going to be a long video because it's a tough time. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much else I can say about The Binding of Isaac. Like, if you're watching a roguelite video right now, you definitely know what it is. I know a lot of people say that you got games like Enter the Gungeon is a good one where people kind of, I think the tendency is to believe that, like, Gungeon did what Isaac did, but, like, better in a lot of ways. And in a lot of ways, I will agree with that. It is just, the Gungeon is incredible. I've put a ton of hours into that game too. But Isaac is just, it's just the one. I've played so many hours of it. I could play so many more. This is a truly cursed situation. Okay. Dude, the confusion is out. Did I step off? How did I? Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I'm not dying like this. Please. Confusion. I'm still slow. Yummy, yummy. Dude, I think burnt people will give you... That is just such a cursed concept. Keep on moving here. That wasn't the smoothest floor. Gangster crepe. Again, got another buffet situation. Not sure if I'm quite comfortable with handling that in a similar way that I did last time. Huh. Yeah, so I mean, I still haven't even thought of... This is going to be like a sneak peek to the actual podcast, but I haven't really thought about what I'm going to do, or what the top 5 dads are, because there are many dads in me. I'm not good enough to beat this game on solo, I don't think. I'm pretty sure the only way you guys will ever see me win is if I buy a capture card, which is happening soon, and I play with my friends on Switch. I don't know. I need to unlock more characters. I think, here's the plan. The first time I ever won, I think I was the vampire, which is a similar concept to the cannibal, but is a little bit safer because you don't have to get into a fight to take them out. So, next episode, against all costs, we're gonna unlock the vampire, and then if the episode goes too long, then on the next one we will play as the vampire, return to my roots, my first ever win, and I'm going to get a victory eventually. Okay. I'm used to being, my thing kind of being that I'm bad at games. It doesn't really bother me that much. If I wanted to be decent, I would play Call of Duty, but even that, I'm not. The bar is just so incredibly high on those games that I am essentially a little above average. But thank you guys for watching. Check out the podcast. Streams probably coming next week. I'm a little busy this weekend just because of some personal stuff that's been going on with the family. But thank you guys, and I will talk to you in the next episode.